if I could have the rest of my students come up and take their laptops. We'd like to invite the board members to come down and take a seat in front of a laptop. And Emma, I'll let you handle this. They know how to use all this stuff. These are computer microscopes. They hook up right to the laptops, and we can fit 4 or 5 kids around a laptop. Where before we have a microscope where one person can look in it at a time, a whole group of kids can get together and learn cooperatively, which is another research-based strategy from the book, cooperative learning, and it's really great. When we get set up here, we're going to take a look at the last of the instructional strategies that we use every day at Brock Road, identifying similarities and differences. Again, we're going to take a look at sugar. Kids, if you would show them the sugar, get the sugar set up on the microscopes. That sugar, the blue stuff. It's blue because there's lots of little white powders on my setup here, and I didn't want to get confused. But we can take a look real close at sugar, and we can talk about the shapes of them. And just as the board members are doing up here, groups of kids can stand around and look at these things and talk about why they see what they see. You may have seen sugar up this close before, you may not have, but the kids can talk about what it looks like and why it looks that way. All right? We can even zoom in even further to 60 times magnification. This is magnified 10 times, but they can zoom in even further and we can study it close up. And we do this with lots of different things. We got a good sugar cube over there. So I would love to stand around and tell you all about sugar. My wife could tell you that I like to stand around and talk about lots of science that nobody cares about. But I won't do that tonight. We have a schedule that I'm already going past. They're rolling their eyes at me. But so identifying similarities and differences. You've all seen sugar and tasted sugar. But we can also use this to look at things that are different but a little bit similar. If you would put on the equal, please. I went right down to actually the cafeteria of this building and I grabbed little packets of fake sugar. And well, you're going to see what fake sugar looks like. It tastes somewhat like sugar, so that's similar. But how is it different? Well, you can really see the differences when you get to look up close. All right? And it's very easy with these microscopes. Well, they're indestructible, first of all, so we don't have to. Yep, do the next one. Or do it at 10, so we can see it. Here's fake sugar. It's not nice cubes. If you'd focus it, Emma, they're not always nice little cubes. This sugar is a lot different. It really has nothing to do with sugar other than taste. But the kids can talk about what makes them similar, what makes them different, and that helps them to understand the differences of both. What I'd like to do is let the board members play with the other 2 things up here. I've got salt and pepper, and I know you can't see them. Emily, if you would put maybe pepper up, you might be surprised what pepper looks like while I quickly wrap up here. So basically, we use technology in the classroom, and all of us do. And this is just science because science is nearest and dearest to my heart. But we use different programs and different activities in math and in social studies and in reading and writing. With all these things. Now, the microscopes don't help too much with writing, but the smartboard we use all the time for all sorts of different things. You could probably focus it just a little more. There's pepper. It looks strange. But we use all these things together, along with the strategies backed by our administration, to really show the kids things that they think they know in different ways. And that just gives them a better understanding all around of what we're trying to teach. And it also makes it a lot more fun. I could talk about crystal shapes and minerals, or I could show them the shapes of salt and pepper and things right in front of their eyes. And they can do it. I'm not up there. I give them the instructions and they go. It really works well, as is backed up by the strategies in the book that we go through. As you can tell, they're having a great time up here. I wish you could all come up and play with these things, because it really is fun and it really is easy. All right, I think that's all that I have to say. I think, Emma, if you would put salt up maybe we can see salt, and then I will let the board members decide when they are done goofing around. It really is fun to play with. I've stayed at school after night. I've stayed at school after hours many times looking at various things under microscopes. There's salt. And we use this to talk about, recently we discussed molecules, and we can take a look at how molecules arrange themselves into cubes of salt. We looked at minerals up close. I just like that we can take the technology that we have and look at things on humongously different scales. We can look at all of the Grand Canyon or all of the Himalayas all at once, or we can look at individual grains of salt all within seconds. And the kids really get into it and really like it. And they're good at it. It makes learning fun, yes. I wish I had more to say, but all right, we're going to break these down real quick. I guess we could also show you how easy it is to transition from one lesson into another. Everything is very mobile, comes in and out of the classroom. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please shut the computers and bring them to the back. We will work on getting this stuff out of your way. Thank you very much.
Any questions from the board members?
Are there any questions?
Any questions?
Science is from 9 to 12:30 every day.
All right.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't teach science in just one class every day. We have multiple classes of science, but come in anytime. I'm room 53.
Thank you. Thank you much. This is exciting to see technology being used the way it's intended. I had to try to convince Mrs. Blaylock to come forward. She wanted to keep playing with him.